Show. Hello. It's the Chatty Paula Talk Show.
We will talk about the things that mean so much to you, like going to a restaurant or hanging at the zoo, clothes and sports and funny news, crafts and travel too. Nothing ever scripted, so expect the unexpected.
Hello. It's the Chatty Paula Talk Show. It's the Chatty Paula Talk Show. It's the Chatty Paula Talk Show.
Hi, and welcome to our show. It's Thursday, April 18th, 2024. I'm Patty.
I'm Paula.
Our special guest today is MIlan Stromile, comedian extraordinaire.
We said it right.
You did. You got it right.
You have such a beautiful smile.
Thank
I
you.
want the word smile to be, that's how I see your last name.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Stromile.
It's a compliment.
Well, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's awesome in here. This is dope.
Tell us about, what are you most known for?
Two things. I've been known for two things. Being an amazing father, for one, and being a great comedian. One of Detroit's finest, I'd say. You know
You're
what I'm
one of
saying?
my favorites. I'm just going to say, I love your comedy,
Yeah.
and I cry.
Yeah, you do cry. I've looked out on stage.
I'm just crying.
I have actually looked down off a stage and seen the tears in your eyes, but that is the ultimate compliment. A big comedian in Detroit told me one time and said, if they ain't got tears in their eyes, you got to work harder. So thank you for crying a little bit, because it made me feel like I'm doing my job well. You know?
People cry for me because they just want me to be done.
To get off stage. Well, MIlan,
Yeah.
tell us about where you're from and your journey.
I am from Highland Park, Michigan. Highland Park, you know what I'm saying? I'm in small city, but all you guys know about it. All you guys know where it's at. What would I have? But
We drive through.
yeah, recently, 12 years ago, I bought my house out in Sterling Heights, so I'm out there with all the ethnicities, learning and
Good
and
restaurants.
blending in. You know, I'm trying to. It's taken me about 12 years, but I finally figured it out.
Are you mowing the lawn?
I am. I have a riding tractor lawnmower. Well, that's crazy, right? My boys, they took my hood card. They like, you ain't black no more. You got a riding lawnmower. What the hell is wrong with you?
I've been to your house. You have a very small yard. I mean, it's
Well,
a
it
normal
looks
yard.
like it's small from the front,
but
but
it's a
you go around
corner.
back, yeah, it's huge. Yeah,
See, that makes me think now you need a trailer because you're going to have to help mow those parks.
not me.
Isn't that the trend?
What? No.
Those abandoned parks in the city.
No, the mayor's doing all that.
I thought volunteers did it.
I'm not doing that.
I ain't doing it.
In Sterling Heights?
Oh.
No, she
Oh,
meant,
she's talking about Highland Park?
yeah.
Oh, no, I know.
What was it like?
No.
What was it like being little MIlan and growing up in Highland Park?
Little MIlan.
That's a good question. It was fun. It was fun. It prepared me for what I do now, because I'm, you know what I'm saying, I grew up in a great era. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the early 80s where, you know, hip hop was just starting to, you know, really be a staple in the music industry. So it was incredible to see hip hop go from like break dancers to just standing in front of a mic freestyling, and how the culture came about. The hood changed, where you got the drugs came in, and you seen it like tear down, and you seen the community try to like help each other. So, you know what I'm saying? The phrase, it takes a village to raise a family, is true. You know, and my block, you know, while everything else is being, you know, torn down around you, you got neighbors who will come out with belts and give you a whooping. I mean, they was not playing on my street. You know? It was not playing. If your mama wasn't home and you did something ill, the neighbor had the okay
Yeah.
You
to
had to
take his
answer.
belt off. And I'm like, this is abuse.
I'm moving to Sterling
What is
Heights.
this? I can't wait to get off this block. I was so happy when people started dying. Old people used to whoop me, and I was like, "Oh, Mr. Washington died."
Now,
Great.
do you still have family there?
Yes. Family, classmates, you know what I'm saying? Like, Highland Park is such a close-knit community that a lot of people don't want to leave. They have to, because they don't want to raise their kids there. If, you know what I'm saying, if it's getting bad like it is, you know, some people move out, some people stay, some people become elected officials to try to change it that way,
Yeah.
or police officers trying to change it that way. That's all good, but a lot of us just, you know what, it's time to pack up and figure out something else to do. So yeah, I was one of the ones that loaded up the truck and I moved to Beverly.
Have you heard of Mama Shoe at the homework
I
house?
have. I've met Mama Shoe. great turnaround story. She lost her son, and it kind of gave her the push to try to change, her surroundings. And I've actually did comedy on her grounds, and
wow.
she had comedy nights. Me and Boogie, I think Chef Bullet from Detroit, we did comedy there on her grounds, and she changed that whole area. Those few little blocks there is just amazing. So she most definitely is a what do you call, like an inspiration.
Yeah.
For a lot of people in that area, that it can be done. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. You just got to do it right. What I
She
mean?
was one of the top 10 heroes on CNN TV.
She was. I voted for her.
I voted for her like every day.
Yeah, that was good. Her story is simply amazing. It's really cool. If you ever get a chance, look it up, read about it. It's pretty nice.
I want to go there and play guitar on the porch for
Well,
kids.
tell me what it is. I think I've heard of it. But
So it basically, Mama Shu is a mom in Highland Park who lost her son, and basically just changed that street. The street that
did she
she
create a
lived on.
community center? For
It's got
the
the
kids?
homework
That's basically
house.
what it is. The street that it was on didn't have that many houses on it anyway. I think it was Avalon. It just wasn't a good block. It was just an eyesore almost. And she basically made some of the structures there places where kids can go after school, homework help and stuff like that. She put a basketball court, a garden center. I mean, just so many things on that block now. For the community to come and enjoy, just areas to come out and enjoy nightlife. She built
make
a
a
stage
safe
It is.
haven.
That's exactly what it is. Safe. It's
Yeah.
safe, and it's just open. You know what I'm saying? It's just open. You can go in there and get something to eat, and homework help and media. It's just a good thing, and right in the center of HP too.
Just goes to show you, if you want to make changes in the world, do it.
You got to
Don't just talk about it.
Put one foot in front of the other and keep going.
So, did you do team sports or?
I did.
Choir or anything
Basketball,
like that?
Actually, what's funny? I played ball, both sports, football, basketball. I did it all in high school, but I actually went to college for playing the drums.
Really?
Yeah.
Like marching band drums?
Yeah,
or like...
marching. Well, every drum, all of them, all percussion. Because in Highland Park, you only had one band, but we had all the names: jazz, marching.
Oh, you did it all.
Did it all. So symphony band. We was in the symphony. Okay, we just put that instrument down and play the timpanis. You put the drums down, you play that.
What do you want us to be this week?
Yeah. So we did it all, man. And me and one other guy, we got a scholarship to go to Florida A&M.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's huge. We went down there for a summer and got in, but it was just too much. Like even with the scholarship, I couldn't stay. It was like, it wasn't a full ride. It was like a
little
partial scholarship. Even with that, it was too much. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. But I did wind up going to Knoxville College. It's a private black college in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah, it was awesome experience. But yeah, so I did play the sports and everything, but music was always been my passion. I didn't even know I was going to be a comedian until 2015.
Well, where did you get the courage to just express yourself in front of groups of people?
Well, okay, so the crazy thing is, I was, like I said, music. I was always on stage from the third grade. That concert you throw where the beat is boom, boom, clap. Boom, boom, clap, and everybody go, yay, you third grade, that's all you know. But then, it goes up. So I was always on stage doing music. And then it wasn't until, I don't know, you become a teenager, I wanted to rap. So I was always on stage rapping, you know what I'm saying? And I joined a couple groups and kind of got really successful and good. We did some tours and stuff. So it was just always having a microphone or faces in front of me. So it wasn't until I was about to turn 40, actually. I think I was about to turn 40, and I was thinking to myself, like, what should I do for my birthday? And I told myself, like, you always been funny, like, why not do comedy? Why not? It's a crazy story how I started too. I was like, I think I'm gonna try to do comedy. So I called around. I was looking in the internet looking for open mics or something. Couldn't find anything. I mean, absolutely nothing, because I didn't know where to look. Wind up calling the comedy club, the only one in Metro Detroit, which was Mark Ridley's. And they go, well, we have an amateur night on Wednesdays at 8:00. We'll put your name down. If you get picked, we'll give you 5 minutes. I said, okay, cool. Literally, like the next day, they called me. It's like 8:00, you're on this Wednesday. I didn't have 5 minutes I didn't have nothing.
No time to prepare.
Nothing. I mean, I had like 4 days, and I'm like, okay. So in these 4 days, I wrote probably 30 minutes worth of material.
Gotta
Right?
condense it down.
So yeah, and I did. I broke it all down. I started watching comedians on TV and learned about timing, and I just broke it out in these 5 minutes. When I got off that
Comedy
stage,
for dummies. You're reading comedy.
I mean,
for
I didn't
dummies.
read anything.
Oh,
I was,
okay.
but I was just watching it, but I knew I could do it. And when I got off that stage, I mean, so many people came up to me that worked there, and they were like, "There's no way that was your first time. There's no way that was perfect." And it was crazy because I kind of overdid it overboard. Like I had got a camera crew. I really did it because I thought that was gonna be my only time.
Yeah.
So I got a camera crew to come out. They follow me all inside the place. They set up in the back for these 5 minutes of amateur
I
material.
love that you have that now. Looking
Yeah.
back.
Oh man, it was outstanding. And just that feeling of being up there without music behind you to carry you, it's just you and the microphone.
It's
If
terrifying a
if
little
all
bit.
of us in this room stop talking right now, it'd be nothing. Dead air.
Yeah.
And that right there is a challenge to make that crowd enjoy what's coming out of your mouth without the instruments and the beat. It's just you. And to do that is a crazy feeling. It was absolutely, I crave it every day now.
You were addicted.
What do
Yeah.
you do? What do you tell us your trick when you get lost or you lose your timing or you forget the story or what do you do to correct that?
Well, there's a lot of things you can do in comedy. You know what I'm saying? I've been on stage drunk as a skunk before.
How does
You know
that
what I'm
work?
saying? And it's like, okay, get through it. But sometimes I have the gift of being crowd work. I have the
Yeah,
gift of
you're
just
really
talking
good
to
at that.
people. I could talk to somebody in Meyer. I could talk to anybody. I could be
Yeah.
in line at Aldi's and just go, wow, these carts are pretty smooth today, huh? And the guy just started around. We're just talking, okay? I'm open like that. I don't know if my face says talk to me or my demeanor says I'm okay to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I got the safe black guy smile, I call it. It's like, come on.
You meet your best friend in an
Come on,
elevator,
come
right?
on. I mean you no
people
harm.
Look at you like, leave me alone.
Oh,
or they'll
absolutely.
answer
I'm
you and they'll
listen.
talk back.
I'm 250 pounds broad. Black is turn every light off in here. You'll still see me. Okay, I'm that dark. So it's like I'm and I demand attention. Put it like that. I demand attention.
You do. I've seen his show a
You
few
know.
times, and he's
Oh, wait, this is a
very
good question.
physical comedian. I
Yeah.
love it.
I think that you love yourself and that your light shines bright and people
Oh
notice.
shit. Okay.
That's what I'm
Thank
thinking.
you. First impression. Look at that. I love myself. That's basically saying I'm conceited. Listen, me and you gonna have talks after this. I ain't
I think
conceited.
you mean that for everyone, though, right?
this
I mean
woman?
that people
Right,
that
like if
love
you're
themselves,
confident in your
you're
own
confident.
shoes
Yeah.
and you like yourself, that you emit.
You have to. I mean, you have to. In the public eye, like we are. I mean, you just have to. You
Are you your own best friend?
I could. You know what? If I could
Do you
be,
hang out with yourself?
I could. I actually could have a great time by myself.
I was just going to ask.
I went bowling
both
by
of you that.
myself a couple days ago. Yes.
Did you lie, cheat?
No. Why
Did you write
cheat?
down the right score?
That's the
No,
thing.
the
If I
thing
cheat, I
does that
gotta.
online.
I know the real score when I go home and lay down by myself. So who am I cheating? I'm not
Right.
gonna cheat myself. But yeah, I'll have a great time by myself if I have to.
I've traveled alone. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
why
you
not?
know.
You meet a lot of people that are great people, but they like kind of sucks to talk to. They kind of like quiet. And it's
What's going on? What's
yeah.
new?
You got to dig it out of them.
going
Like
on?
what's wrong, man? Talk to me. I don't know.
Oh, I know. There's some wishy-washy
I don't
funny
know.
duds out there.
Well, talk to us about touring and some of the cities you've been to.
Oh man, any city I go to, I try to find a microphone. So if I'm going to, I don't care where I'm going, I'm gonna try to find a microphone. So I've been to Texas, Vegas, and Cali, and I've looked for a microphone. I done went to a state for a funeral and was like, well, just
Oh, I thought you were going to do comedy at the funeral.
oh no, I got a few words to say. No, I'm not gonna get up and start. But while I'm there, I'm gonna find the microphone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, why not? You know, say I did it. I'm here. So many people want me to come back. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time.
You're a part-time comedian because you also have a job.
Yes, I have a full-time job. Yeah. That's funny. I've never been called a part-time comedian before. Huh.
I don't know.
I mean,
you're a
I guess
full-time
if you
comedian,
boil it
but-
down, that's what I am. I guess, yeah. I mean, I ain't
sorry.
quit my job and just say, I'm on the road. No, I guess you're right. But yeah, it just sounds so.
I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, you part-time comedian, I'm gonna need you to pipe down a little bit.
Now, you were running a mic for a while, right?
I was.
At where?
I had a few. It's funny. Piggybacking on the story of starting comedy, once I left Mark Ridley's, I couldn't find another place to do comedy at. I was looking. I couldn't find it. I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know anybody. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do it myself.
That's what you got to do in life.
I drove around and
Good
I
for you.
found this bar. It was called Crash Landings in Warren on DeQuinder and 696, right by the Railroad
I know right
Fair.
where that is.
And I went in there and he had a banquet room. And I go, what are you doing with that room? He was like, nothing goes on. I said, I want to do comedy in there. I want to have comedy night in there. How much would you charge me? He's like, you can have it.
Sweet.
I said, awesome. So my cousin owns a printing company. We designed a backdrop for the stage. I went and got a PA system, speakers. I hired a DJ, a cheap guy. He was like $25, $50, I want to say, a night.
That's cool.
I mean, I charged $5 to come in there, and I booked 10 comedians. It was called it was like Stromile Presents LMAO Wednesdays, and it was a success. Channel 4 even came in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they came in there. I mean, listen, it was awesome, and that's how I learned everybody in the industry. Everybody who's anybody, black, white, and different. It didn't matter. Everybody knew me, and I knew everybody, and that's how I started. And so running that room. Once I got rid of that room, I started. Other rooms we did, Soul of Detroit, which is a soul food restaurant out in Sterling Heights. We did that for a few years. So, anytime I feel like it's time for me to run another room, I'm going to go out there and get one. Right now, I don't have one. So I'm enjoying the time, because booking is a lot. It takes a lot. You got to call people, hey, you busy Thursday? All right, I'm going to do this now. You got to do this every weekend and went out.
And then you get the
after years.
cancellations, and then
Can't
you're like,
make it.
shoot.
Yeah, can't make it, and then you got to go
Yeah.
up there and do a half hour for comedy. But yeah, it's when it boils all down to it, it's like, what do you want out of it? Go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go.
If you
get
want
it.
a gig and you're not getting one,
Go
then
get
make
it.
one.
Go
What's
get
your
it.
favorite time? Like, what's the ideal amount of time to be on stage?
You want to make it to a headline status. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Headline. You want to be a headliner. You know what I'm saying?
An
That means
hour.
that means anywhere from 25, 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It depends on the venue. Some people only have a venue for an hour and a half, and they you got 5, 6 comedians on the show. But either way, you want to make it to that. But I don't mind being a feature. I don't even mind opening. I've been in this business long enough to appreciate getting in and getting out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because some shows I've been on stage where they call my name and it's 1:00 in the morning. And like I said, I got a full-time job. I work for a company that rhymes with AT&T, so I gotta get up in the morning. Okay.
Now I'm
Yeah.
thinking about rhymes with AT&T.
AT&T.
Oh,
It's okay.
Yeah.
She did 2 lines for the show started. Listen.
Columbia.
So I got to get up in the morning. So, but I appreciate, even being called for the show. I'm at that status now. I've done so many shows here that, people know me. People know who I am. I don't mind opening. They be like, wow, Stromile's opening? Yeah, because guess what? I get to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detroit has a great comedy scene.
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's
I just
awesome.
started doing it a couple years ago, and there's a lot of really funny people in
It
this
is.
town.
It is. And it doesn't stop. It ain't like this group come in. It's like a graduating class of high school. It's almost like a high school. We got these new guys coming in. I call them new guys because it's like funny. Wow, I still feel new, only being 9 years in. But I got these new class of guys coming in and females, and they're great, man. They're hitting the stage and hitting the street running. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it seems to me comedy is one of those genres that age doesn't really matter.
It doesn't. It
No,
doesn't. It
no.
really does. I feel like I started too late because I feel like you know what, having kids, even though right now my kids are all grown and moved out. So that's awesome. I have the chance now, if I wanted to hit the road. But like before I had kids, if I was doing this, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you guys. I probably wouldn't even be here.
Right.
I mean, you know, I'll probably either be famous or homeless. You know what I'm saying? Once you take that dive, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're going for the gusto. I'm going for it. I'm 18 years old. I'm going to California with $7 in a dream. You know what I'm saying?
That's happened to people.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
But,
You're going to see me on the billboard or the overpass under it.
So have you ever like gotten up and stumbled? Because, you know, you see comedians, they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden it's like,
What do you mean, like a
like
joke not hitting?
Forget what you're saying, and then like refer to notes. I mean, I know you're good with working that crowd. Have you always? Has that always been your thing?
That's always been the go-to. Anytime there's a hiccup in the show, you could have a heckler that could throw you off. You know, a drink could crash on the floor. You know, somebody could fall. I had a guy fall right in front of the stage, literally carrying drinks back to his girl.
He's the joke now.
That's
Oh
funny.
my God!
You had a field
The
day with him, I
crowd
bet.
was
funny.
saliva was coming
Was
out
he
their mouth,
okay?
waiting for me to get him, and I turned the joke around. It was great. It was a Friday night. The room is beautiful, and this guy's walking back. The crowd's laughing, and he crashes. I mean, he falls hard. Boom! Drinks goes everywhere and everywhere. And they're like, they look at me like, oh my God, what are you about to say? And I turned it around. It was funny, but it was nice at the same time, where I basically said, damn, you messed up you too early. You know, like I was supposed to say, how many of y'all fell in love so hard you hit the ground? And you just messed up the whole time. And I get up and go back out there and start it over. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't feel as bad, because I could have roasted him to a chili pepper. But at the same time, it was just low hanging fruit. I just let him live, as we call it. We let him live, you know.
So do you like the challenge of a clean show, or do you just like to be dirty?
Both. Clean comedy is something that I never thought I even want to do until I was successful at just being myself, which is kind of semi-X-rated and R-rated. So when I got there to this plateau of being, man, I'm one of the top guys in the Detroit. You know, this is what they're telling me. I'm not making this up, and this is what they're telling me. You're like one of the top guys in the D. Then it was like, man, I wonder what else I can do. What else can I be the top guy at?
That's hard.
So I wrote. What I did was I took my jokes that wasn't that bad and cleaned them up a little. And then I took some other stuff and came up with some other stuff and put it together. And I've done churches now. You know what I'm saying? I've done like a magic show with kids in the audience. That was awesome. I'm getting hired for birthday parties, and not like 9-year-old birthday parties. I mean, like somebody turning 50 that could have 50 and 45, 75 that could have like family members running around, little kids.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's good having that on your resume that I can do that.
So what does clean consist of? Okay, no sex talk, no swearing.
Right.
What about drugs?
You got to read the audience.
Yeah,
Well, prescription
pot's
or
legal.
not?
Yeah,
I mean,
prescription drugs.
Right.
There
You got to
go.
read the audience. You know what I'm saying? You just won't go in there with a bunch of weed talk if this is a drug intervention. Get together, you know what I'm saying?
Did you ever go to another town where they just didn't receive your jokes?
You know what's funny? I think that's gonna happen every time I leave here, and it doesn't. So I done been into all, like I perform in all white rooms, all conservative, all the old men are wearing New Balances. You know what I'm saying? Like it. And they still come up to me after the show, man, that was awesome. That was hilarious. So it's just good having that balance in comedy that I can walk the fence and just do. I can do the most hoodest. I'm sure somebody in here has more than one gun on them type of room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not security to all the way out to where, you know what I'm saying, it's just super duper conservative and still have a great show. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about being able to make your comedy work. You know what I'm saying? You can't have, you have to be able to. I know comedians that can't change. You know, their everyday lingo, they can't change it to like a business lingo.
Right.
once you can't do that, then you're limited.
Because it is part acting, really.
It is.
And
Yeah,
I was
it
gonna
is.
say,
no
what
script.
about like Carrot Top with the props?
Well, I'm not using no props. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't use props. I don't have like a case and
Well, I'm
the
just
Muppets
saying that
and
would be
stuff.
a challenge. Okay, because that's kind of more improv, right?
I would say, yeah. I mean, or it's planned. He planned
Yeah.
it. Improv is more of like,
Yeah, you like
off
to
the
think
dome.
on your toes. More, you're spontaneous.
I like to use what's in front of me sometimes to get my point across. Like I talk about laying down with my wife sideways. I may use the microphone stand as her.
Oh, 3 minutes.
So, what I'm
Yes.
saying? I may, or I'm talking about driving in the car. I may use that stool there and, or use that stool for different things. So
I always like when you talk about Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese, all the instruments were stolen when I was a
Playing
kid.
that sax.
Yeah,
Whoa!
yeah. I don't know if we could talk about that now. I don't know. It's a little raunch, but
That's okay. That's okay.
but yeah.
We air at night,
Okay, all
kinda,
right.
even
Maybe.
though we're live right
After
now.
after hours. So I want to know what kind of music you were into when you were playing drums and stuff. You were talking about being younger, and I was just kind of curious if you were like the break dancer.
I was all of that. Whatever was in style, that was me.
Yeah.
Whatever was in style, that was me. I don't care what it was. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to the school drums, that's when it came conservative. It was a little bit more. I have to read music now. It became for real. But then when it went out to the streets, it was like free. You can just, free, do what you want to do.
It's good to be able to do both. I mean, I teach guitar,
I've been a chameleon my whole life. Wherever I go, I'm going to fit in. You can forget about it. Forget about it.
Well,
Wherever I
just
go.
wanted to say, breakdancing is going to be in the Olympics this year.
Are you kidding?
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
Spain.
crazy.
It's
That's
first year.
cool.
And they used to suspend us for breakdancing. Ain't that something?
But these people are really good. They're not like old school.
We was good too. We started it.
I know.
No, I'm just playing.
Well, you got suspended for that. I used to get in trouble for laughing too much.
Well,
Paula.
yeah.
Like-
I mean, we was class clowns. That's why we're here. Oh, that's why I'm on stage. Class clown. You just got
I
to
think
be
this
an
table's
adult
full
with
of
it.
some class clowns.
I'm sorry, but laughing too much. I mean,
Chatty
stop
Patty.
smiling. Be sad. Like, no,
sad.
no laugh. No, I used to always get in trouble for laughing.
So what do you got coming up? We can. Tell
Oh my God, I got
shows?
plenty of shows coming up, man. You guys make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Comic Stromile, Stromile. I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And have me out. Come on out. Come out there where you guys are.
We
at.
got to go see
Fun.
him. He's
yes.
funny. He's
yeah.
really
We're
fun.
gonna we have a good time. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to eat at the party? What should we make?
Like I said, I'm a comedian. I don't care. I don't care. Half my family white, so you bring your green bean casserole. I don't give a damn.
Macaroni salad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
Macaroni salad.
From
That's
your
cool.
Amish friends,
Yeah,
right,
we're not
Patty?
friends.
Put some onions, put some raisins in there. I don't care.
Well, thank you so much, MIlan Stromile, for
All
being
right,
our
now.
guest today.
Yes.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. I had
And
a good
we hope to
time,
come
guys.
And see you. At the
Yes,
show.
please do. You guys are gonna have a great time. You have some tears in your eyes. Bring some napkins.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna pee
All
on
right. Well,
yourself a
thanks
little.
for watching another episode of Chatty Patty.
Paula Walla, Talk Show.
Hello, hello, hello. It's the Chatty Patty Paula Walla Talk Show. Hello, hello, hello. It's the Chatty Patty Paula Walla Talk
We
Show.
will talk about the things that mean so much to you, like going to a restaurant or hanging at the zoo. Clothes and sports and funny news, crafts and travel too. Nothing ever scripted, so expect the unexpected.
Hello, hello, hello. It's the Chatty Patty Paula Walla Talk Show. It's the Chatty Patty Paula Walla Talk Show. It's the Chatty Patty.